All right, so here's the solution to number 8. All right over here, we got m prime, n prime, and p prime. Okay, so moving on to number 9. Number 9 gets a little bit trickier because we're reflecting over this line y equals x. Okay, so that's in green there. That's the y equals x line where we have a 0 for our y-intercept, and then our slope is 1, so we're going up 1 over 1. So it's a diagonal line. So for this one, it gets a little bit trickier, I guess, but it's not too bad as long as you follow the same thing we've been doing, all right? So for this one, if we start at z, I think z is the easiest one to see this at. So if you start at z, we are going diagonally, all right, across. So if we have a diagonal line, we're going to count diagonally. Now, could you count down 1 and over 1? Yes, but sometimes I think diagonally just is a little bit simpler and goes a little bit faster. So we are going to go on a diagonal, okay, and go down. And so that gives us our coordinate for z prime, okay? Again, you could go down 1 over 1, either way, and down 1 over 1. That works as well, whichever way you see it best. So moving on to y. If we go to y, well, actually, let's find the coordinate for z. So z is going to be 1, negative 1. All right, so now if we're going from y, if I count right down here, okay, that is going to be, and I'm going on a diagonal as well because I want to intersect at a perpendicular line, okay? So that's what we're doing here. Basically, we're intersecting that line y equals x at a perpendicular line. That's going to be the shortest distance from our coordinate to the line of reflection. So if I do that, that's going to be 3.5 units. So I'm going to go 3.5 straight across. All right. So that's going to give me y prime right there. So y prime, the coordinate for y prime is going to be 4, negative 3. The last one is x. X is going to be 1.5 units away. So we're going to go half 1 units away. That's going to give us our coordinate for x. For x prime. So then we just connect, and I'm going to try and erase some of this stuff here. Oops. Well, that gives us our coordinate for z prime, y prime, and x prime. And the coordinate for x prime would be negative 2, negative 5. So you can kind of see without the line of reflection, without all that going on, that's going to be the image. XYZ is going to be the pre-image, okay? So looking at number 10 over here, number 10. So for number 10, we have a rectangle, and it's going to be, again, reflected over the line y equals x. So this is where if I start with G, I'm going to go on a diagonal, go 1.5 units. So I'm going to go 1.5 units the other way, and that's going to give me the coordinate for G prime. Same thing with H. I count and I go 1, 2, 3, 4. So again, 1, 2, 3, 4. That's going to give me H prime. All right, before we get ahead of ourselves, let's find those coordinates. So for G, it's going to be negative 1, 2. And H is going to be, again, negative 1, 7. All right, so now we got to find J. J is 1, 2, 3. So we're going to go 1, 2, 3. So that's going to be J prime. And J prime is going to be negative 4, 2. And the last one is I. And I is going to be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.5. So we're going to go 5.5 the other direction. So we're going to go, and that is going to be at right there. Okay, so that's going to be I prime. All right, so now we just connect the dots here, and that's our reflected image.